Hey there, everyone. This is Chaotic Teal, and I am thoroughly back on my nonsense. So, when GBA games got added to Switch Online, Minish Cap was one of the 6 games that were included from the outset. And that's as good an excuse as any for me to stream through this game again. So that's what we're doing. I think I actually will just go with Link for our character name. And before we get started, I'm going to shift the message speed to fast and brightness to dark. I find that dark looks better on screens that are naturally backlit. The GBA was not. But my TV is. So, here we are. For anyone who's not aware, this was both my childhood Zelda game and is my favorite Zelda game. I'm here to have a good time, and I hope you are too. A long, long time ago, when the world was on the verge of being swallowed by shadow, the tiny Picori appeared from the sky, bringing the hero of men a sword and a golden light. With wisdom and courage, the hero drove out the darkness. When peace had been restored, the people enshrined that blade with care. Good morning, Master Smith. Goodness me, Princess Zelda. Did you sneak out of the castle and come all this way alone? The minister is sure to be worried about you. You know how he gets. Oh, don't worry about him. He'll be fine. Where's Link? The whole town is bustling for the annual Picori Festival. I thought he and I might go together. Would you mind terribly? Oh, is that what you're here for? Well, Link was up late helping me last night, and he's still asleep. But I do have an errand to the castle. Yes, that should be fine. Link, time to get up. One thing that I noticed right away is that the color balance seems to be a little odd on the Switch Online version. I'm not exactly sure how to place it, or how to describe it, but it feels a little desaturated, which is interesting. Hey Link, Princess Zelda is here. If you'd like to know if you'd join her at the festival. Yeah, Link, come on. Let's go check out the festival together. Master Smith already gave me permission to take you. Yes. After all, the festival only comes once a year. Go on, have fun. And while you're there, you can do me a favor. I just finished making this sword for the minister at Hyrule Castle. I'd like you to deliver it to him. This is the blade that will be presented to the winner of the competition. Don't lose it. And while the two of you may be childhood friends, remember, Zelda is the Princess of Hyrule. You watch over her. Don't let anything bad happen to her. Master Smith, quit worrying. We'll be perfectly safe. Come on, Link. Let's go check out the festival. in those pots, but we do get 20 rupees from that chest, which, you know, surely our grandpa won't mind us just taking. Link, over here! So, I'm not sure to what extent I'm going to play through this game. Link, hurry, let's go. If you're not aware, I've actually streamed through this game 2 times before. Over here. Come on, hurry up. Once was... I'm gonna get interrupted again. Well, here we are. The town of Hyrule. Once was back in 2020, before I rebranded. And then I streamed it in 2021 as a birthday extra life. Here we are, Link. Doesn't it look fun? Come on, let's look around. So to differentiate this playthrough from those, for any means other than just I'm playing on the Switch now, I may go for 100%. That might be a bad idea, and I will get into why a little bit later. But we'll see. I'm doing this because I want to play through Minish Cap again now that it's on Switch. So, we'll see how far that goes. Welcome to the Picori Festival. They say that every 100 years the Picori come to Hyrule. And this is the 100th year to the day since the last time the Picori were here. I'm sure that won't be plot significant. Phew. Preparing for the festival left me absolutely exhausted. Still, I'm just enjoying watching people have fun. I think there's a storyteller here. We should stop and listen to... Oh! I wonder what's over there. Long, long ago, and even longer before that, evil creatures appeared in the world of humans. They were powerful, frightening beasts, and they created such trouble. But then the Picori came from the sky, bringing humans powerful magic. With the magic light force and the Picori blade, the beasts were repelled. And the world of humans once more knew peace, thanks to the Picori. So as not to forget our gratitude, we hold this festival each year. Now remember, little ones, Picori only appear before good little children. If you only do bad deeds, you'll never get to see them. So be good. Do you think I'll really see the Picori if I'm on my best behavior all the time? I don't believe in the Picori. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm too old to believe in any stupid old fairy tales. Well, the Picori probably don't believe in you either. Are you enjoying yourself, Link? This is the biggest festival in Hyrule. If you don't stop to enjoy it, you'll miss out on all the fun. They say the Picori bring happiness to all the humans they meet. I wonder when they'll bring happiness to me. Each year, there's a sword fighting tournament at the Picori Festival. This year's tournament is already over. I couldn't believe how fast it went. Here the victor was a mysterious man dressed entirely in black. It's not ominous at all. I'm just on my way back from seeing the tournament at Hyrule Castle. Let me tell you, watching all those sword fights made me hungry. Oh, hi! Are you enjoying the festival? It's so much fun! I'm so happy to be here, and my fresh fruits are just delicious. Buy some! Come on up. Come on, come all. Gather round and have a look-see. I'm having a huge sale on all manner of delicious and festive vegetables. Day and night he's going on and on about Picori this and Picori that. Doesn't he know they're nothing but a silly fairy tale to make kids behave? Shows what you know. This is my first ever Picori festival. So where are all the Picori anyway? You're the boy from old Master Smith's place, right? I'm sure you know this, but he's the best swordsmith Hyrule's ever seen. Every year I enter that tournament trying to win that sword of his. I haven't won yet, and maybe I never will, but the tournament was awesome. The winner this year was a new face. I've been wondering where he's from. He used some incredible techniques and won the whole tourney in record time. I love festivals. It's like seeing your town transform into another world. It really gives you a chance to think about how well we have it here. That's just about everyone on this side. I've been on the road for a while. I came back in time for the festival. It feels wonderful to be back in Hyrule again in this joyous time. I must put these feelings into verse. I've never seen the Picori before. Hey guy, have you ever seen the Picori? I saw one just the other day. It wore a red cone-shaped hat and it was really small. It was standing inside my dad's shoe. I really saw it, I swear. I don't know if I'm gonna talk to everyone in the game, but at least for now, it's fun. So the Picori are real. My father always told me they were. Oh, look at that. Only once every 100 years does a mystic doorway open. This is the door that links the human world to the world of the Picori. When this door opens, the Picori can enter our world. And guess what? This marks the 100th year since they last appeared here. I'm sure something wonderful is going to happen at this festival. Say, wasn't there going to be a sword fighting tournament at the castle? Wonder who won this year. Oh wow, over here! Come on. Try your luck and win incredible prizes. We have a winner. Oh my, Princess Zelda, you won the grand prize in our drawing. Wow. You get your choice of any of these wonderful prizes. What will it be? First, we have this lovely heart-shaped stone. Next, we have this magnificent gem. And finally, there's this teeny tiny shield. So, which one would you like? Let me guess, the jewel? Oh, but this heartstone is very cute too. Choose whichever one you like. This shield is so adorable. I think I'll take it. What? Why? Why would you want that ugly thing? What about the heartstone? It's cute. Or this giant gem, it's pretty. Honestly, they're both much nicer than that nasty little shield thing. Nope, I want the shield. Can I have it? What a strange princess you are. Well, okay. Here's your teeny tiny shield. Here, I want to give you a present. Doesn't this shield suit you perfectly, Link? Yep, just as I thought. You look great. If anything happens, you can protect me with that shield. I almost forgot, we have to take Master Smith's sword to the castle. Let's go, Link. So now we have a shield. We can do this. So, I've been good all year. Like, all year long. And you know how the Picori only show themselves if you've been good? So, I'm just waiting for the Picori to come and play with me. I've been dispatched from Hyrule Castle up north to watch over the festivities. I'm not going to comment on the fact that the princess ran away from the castle and is here with you. This is above my pay grade. People from all over the place come to Hyrule Town for the Picori Festival. My sister and I came a long way to see the Picori Festival this year. Is it true the festival is named after tiny people the size of my thumb? I want to see what they look like. Do you know where I can go to see them? No. Okay, no one else to talk to. Let's head onward. I left my water bottle over there. Come on, Link. Let's hurry to the castle. Getting my water, because I have not had enough of it today. Oh. That must be the business scrub I heard the soldiers talking about. They were saying a Deku scrub had been hassling all the passersby. Link, do something about it. Otherwise we can't get to the castle. If only we had some way to defend ourselves against those nuts of his. Please, forgive me, sir. I heard there was a festival and I came to town hoping to hawk my wares. Unfortunately, we scrubs have a tendency to spit nuts when we speak. Everyone got scared and ran away and no one would buy anything. This is a terrible place to do business. I'm going back to my cave. Thanks, buddy. I actually feel a little sorry for that business scrub, but that nut hurt. Oh well, he won't be hassling anyone now. We'd better hurry to the castle. Welcome to Hyrule Castle. Princess Zelda, when did you leave the castle? At least one of them responds. Sorry, but we're getting things ready for the ceremony. I can't let you pass. When I was a kid and I had just gotten my Game Boy Advance, my parents both played a little ways into Minish Cap as well. And my mother told me that she had gotten into the hedge maze at some point during this setup. I'm sure that that wasn't actually a thing, that she was either just misremembering or trying to impress me or something. But it is a little funny to look back on. Ah, the sword for the award ceremony. You should take that to Minister Potho. You'll find him in front of the castle. Preparations for the award ceremony are coming along nicely. Oh, Link! You brought the sword, did you? Then as Minister to the Kingdom of Hyrule, I, Potho, accept this blade. You came just in time. The award ceremony will begin soon. I'm sorry, Link, but I'd better go. I have to prepare for the ceremony. Had a good time at the festival. Thanks for coming with me. Since you're here, Link, why don't you join us for the award ceremony? Do you know about that sword, Link? It is called the Picori Blade, and it locks much evil away in that chest. The Picori Blade is sacred among the people of Hyrule. The legend has it that long ago the Picori gave us this blade. Whoever wins the competition earns the honor of touching the sacred blade. It's time for my only king voice. Let the award ceremony commence. Vati, champion of the competition, you may approach the blade. Also, that's dark purple, that is not black. Though he might have worn a cloak during the competition or something. To think things would go this well. The Picori blade and the bound chest spoken of in Hylian lore. This chest must hold that which I seek. I'll relieve you of its contents now. Do not interfere with me. As victor, I've earned the right to approach the Picori blade. I've been waiting for this moment. Maybe it's not time for my only king voice. Who are you? Why are you doing this? A princess with a mystic aura. The power that was gifted to the people of Hyrule still flows within the veins of the ladies of its royal family. Interesting. If I leave you now, you'll only cause me trouble later. That will never do. To stone with you! All who stand in my way shall share this fate. Now to find out what power awaits me in this chest. Empty. There was nothing in there but a rabble of monsters. What is the meaning of this? Well, I know the force I'm after is somewhere out there. I'm in no hurry. I can take my time in searching for it. Thank goodness you've awakened. Master Smith is here as well. He's come to see His Majesty the King. Oh, Link, you're awake. Are you feeling alright? Stand at my side. The King of Hyrule is about to speak. It is as you have all heard. A sorcerer named Vati has cursed my fair Zelda and turned her to stone. If we had the sacred Picori blade, we likely could have broken the curse. But Vati shattered the blade. However, I have not given up hope. What do you know about the Picori? The Picori? Not much beyond what the fairy tales say. They're supposed to be very tiny if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, the ones from the fairy tales. But the Picori are no mere legend. They most certainly exist. No one outside of the royal family knows the truth about them. The Picori, who forged the sacred blade, live deep within Minish woods. They should be able to repair the broken blade and reforge the sword. What? Then we must dispatch the soldiers there at once! No, soldiers will not do. The Picori do not show themselves to anyone but children. Our soldiers could search for days and still find no sign of them. See, if that's the case, then why not send Link? If Link has recovered, then yes, I would like to ask this of him. Please, turn my precious Zelda back to normal. Picori should know how to create a new sacred sword. It will be a dangerous journey now that those monsters have been freed. Please, take this sword with you, along with the broken Picori blade. Very well then. Send the soldiers to search for Vati at once. Deep within the Minish woods, you will find a place called Deepwood Shrine. Once, humans and Picori shared that shrine as a meeting place. I think it would be best if you started your search there. Take this map with you. If you get lost on your way to the forest, simply check your map. Just press start and then L or R to open the map. Mark the location of the forest for you. Good luck, and be careful. Hooray! I am counting on you, Link. Only you can break Vati's curse and free Princess Zelda. Minish Woods lies southeast of the town of Hyrule. In fact, it's due east of your house, Link. If you get lost on your way to the forest, simply check your map. Just press start and then L or R to open the map. I've marked the location of the forest for you. Good luck, and be careful. No. Even turned to stone by Vati's curse, her eyes are filled with life. Save her. Well, we know what to do. Press R while walking to roll. This is useful when you want to move fast. Don't forget, and if you want to save during the game, press start and choose save from the item screen or the quest status screen. There are monsters outside the castle. If you see one, use your shield to defend yourself. Move in close enough to use your sword if you need to fight. We do in fact have the sword, and I am delighted to report that you can use the sword as fast as you can hit the button. Please be careful. Also, I suppose it's not quite accurate to say I only have one king voice. It's just that I have one king who is a concerned father figure voice. Well, we're officially a murderer. The name's Muto. I'm head carpenter around these parts. The King of Hyrule himself has entrusted me with this project. See, that sorcerer's attack tore things up pretty bad around here. You know, kid, you shouldn't be playing anywhere near the construction zone. So that Picori blade was just a lock keeping those monsters in that chest? The rumor is that Vati was looking for something inside the chest. I mean, something other than monsters. But nobody knows for sure what it is. I tell you, he sure has been nothing but a big headache to the rest of us. No time to talk, kid. The boss has us working our fingers to the bone. No time for a break, even. So busy. So busy. Gotta finish here so I can go repair the steps next. Creepy. It's like all these monsters just appeared out of nowhere. The sorcerer was something else. He really tore up the town, so we've got a serious backlog of work to do. We've taken care of most of the monsters out here. Be careful around Minish Woods, though. The woods are thick with them. Eesh. Those little things are beetles. They don't damage you, but if you let them get too close, they'll hop onto you and they'll slow you down. And I don't believe you can use your sword while they're on you. Hooray! These are Acro Bandits. Pop out of the ground, and if you leave them for long enough, they'll come back out in a stack of 4. It's really awful trying to hit them from above, because there's a good chance that they'll just fall on top of you. Minish Woods lie far to the south from here. If you get lost, check your map. Oh, Link, you're heading for Minish Woods now, aren't you? Leave the monster that Vati freed to us, and go find the Vakuri. Rude. For a little while back in undergrad, I was working on a no-damage 100% run of Minish Cap. Naturally, that wouldn't make for a very good stream project, but that was why I was considering doing more traditional Let's Play type content as well. One thing that's kind of interesting about Minish Cap is that it pulls a fair number of characters from both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Which is particularly interesting because Minish Cap came out after Wind Waker. So, some characters and a lot of the character designs are pulled from Wind Waker. I mean, Wind Waker is where the Toon Link design originated from, and it's used in this game as well. Though not super clearly. It just has this really interesting blend of characters and design elements from a variety of games. For instance, the Octoroks in Wind Waker are entirely aquatic. It's got the Choo-Choo design from Wind Waker, but for the land-based Octoroks in this game, it pulls more from Zelda 1 and the Game Boy games. Though, Minish Cap was co-developed by Capcom, and the Oracle games were as well, so there's almost certainly some level of influence from that. Hooray! Can't fit through there, and it is illegal to walk over the top of a stump. Help! Help me! Won't somebody stop them? Ow! Ow! Help! Somebody! Can't anybody hear me? Well, before we go deal with that, we've got a piece of heart. We can't swim yet. We don't take damage for it, even though we do flash red when we get back out. Hey, kid! You there! Ha! Hey, don't just stand there, do something! Oh. What's wrong with you? Do you like watching me take this abuse? Help me! Ah yes, 2 Octoroks. Phew, well done. That was close. now that I couldn't handle them myself. But that's beside the point. What in the world is a lone child doing so deep in the woods? Oh, I see. The Picori, you say? And Vati? Vati's cursed someone. What? The Sacred Blade? Is that so? I see, I see. You know, you and I have quite a lot in common. You see, I too am on a quest to break a curse of Vati's. And you say that reforging the Sacred Blade can break his curse, eh? Well, then you've found yourself a companion, my boy. My name is Eslo. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What? Is there something on my face? Quit staring, it's rude. Wait, I say! You walked so quickly. Too quickly, in fact. Can't you go any slower? Surely you've noticed that I have no legs. Boy, take a good look at me. Do you really think I can walk that fast? Ugh. If it isn't one thing, it's another. You are a troublesome boy. There. Now you can't possibly leave me behind. My, it's quite comfortable up here. More comfortable than it looks, surely. And much easier on me. Hey, quit your squirming. Can't you sit still? See? There. Yes, that's it. Much better. Now I suppose a boy like you still has much to learn about the world. If ever you need my insight, press select. I'll be happy to help. Such a hopeless child. I actually quite recently picked up a plush of the Octorok design from this game. Because it's one of those nice, big, soft and squishy plushies. They've got a few different Zelda designs. I think they've got the Triforce and Koroks as well. Hold on for a moment, my boy. We stumbled across something important. The world of the Minish is very small. You're far too big to meet them now. Eh? Who are the Minish? Ah, yes, silly me. Allow me to explain. You humans call them Picori, but they refer to themselves as the Minish. Strange how in the world of humans only this forest has kept that name. Anyhow, deep in the forest they built a tiny village where many now live. But if we're to enter the village, we'll have to make you a touch smaller first. Look at that. At first glance it appears to be a mere stump, yes? No, that stump is a portal used by people long ago to adjust their size. With my help, you can use it to shrink down to Minish size. Just stand on the stump and press R to shrink. Return to normal, stand next to the stump and press R. Get me up there and we'll give it a try. I think that uses the same glyphs as Old Hylian and Wind Waker. I mean, it would surprise me if it doesn't say something like Picori or Minish. But there are a lot of different Hylian writing forms. Welcome to the world through the eyes of the Minish. Now, aren't you glad you saved me? No need to thank me, though. Portals that reduce your size are all around in different shapes and sizes. If you want to return to normal, stand next to a portal and press R. There is one thing you must know. Being Minish-sized is full of dangers. Mere puddles at your normal size are bottomless swamps to the Minish. And as your companion, if anything bad happens to you, it happens to me too. So proceed with caution, my lad. If not for your sake, then for my own. Thanks, Eslo. So, as he said, these puddles that we were able to walk across at our normal size are just as impassable as the deeper water when we're small. And that's actually probably why it puts you back onto the nearest location that's not a puddle. It appears as though my connection has gotten eaten. Give me just a second. Oh, well, that doesn't help. I forgot to plug in my Ethernet. probably gonna blip for a moment here. I wasn't already blipped. We are still trying. Like YouTube thinks the stream is done. Well, speed isn't where it should be, but it's not awful. Guessing I'm about to be hit with the decimal point upload speed again. He says upload speed is fine. speed's not the issue, then it must be stability. No, never mind. Guess this gets to be another figure out what's wrong with my internet stream. Stabilize. Okay. If we're stable again, we can keep going. I'll just have to upload the recording of this one, because YouTube has thought the stream stopped at least twice. Again, at least the music is good. Also, we can swing our sword like this. Oddly enough, there actually is a limit on how quickly you can swing your sword when you're this tiny. And I don't think that there's ever an instance where it's useful. I might have to experiment throughout this playthrough and see if there are any other items you can use while you're this small. I don't think so. But I could be wrong. It appears we have found the Minish village. Piko Pikori. Reepy Reepiko Pikori. Pikoko Piko Weepiko. I gather it's been quite some time since they last saw a human. What's that? You didn't understand what they were saying just now? Yes, that was the language of the Minish. It's a little different from the dialect I am most familiar with. I'm afraid I didn't catch most of what they said myself. But perhaps there is someone out here who understands your language. We should look around. So I'm not going to bother talking with a lot of the Minish here because, yeah. You, though. I've never seen an outfit like that before. Are you a human? Oh my. It's been quite some time since any humans came here. My name is Vastari. I watch the Abbey as well as the shrine to the north. You seem to be having some trouble with our language, don't you? You could use a jabbernut. It will help you to understand our tongue. You should be able to find one in the barrel house just south of here. To the barrel house we go. Oop. First, coming down this way, there's a piece of heart on this dock. We can't do anything else here yet because we still can't swim. But that's an easy to miss piece of heart. There's no point in talking to you until we have consumed this strange, wiggly nut thing. Oh, Link! This must be the jabbernut Vastari told you about. Well, you'd better eat it if you plan on making any progress at all. Crunchity munchity. So you've eaten the jabbernut and now you can understand us. The Elder said that humans can no longer see us as they once could. It's amazing that you can see us. Now we can start talking to people. Our ancestors, the ancient Minish, used the portal between our worlds. It brought them into the human world and they settled in this forest. There are so many monsters around these woods lately. The Elder said that even the shrine to the north is filled with monsters now. Do you know about kinstone pieces? They're all the rage among humans now. Hoo boy. We're gonna have to know about kinstone pieces if we're gonna 100% this game. And I'm leaning more and more towards that, because it's been several years since I 100%ed this game. Hey, nice clothes. I wanna wear human clothes too. We Minish live in Hyrule Town and other places too, not just in these woods. You probably haven't noticed, but lots of Minish live right in Hyrule Town. I'm getting set to leave for town and visit some of my Minish friends there. Oh, you speak our language. It's been quite a while since we've heard outsiders speak our tongue. We have little to offer you in these woods, but please enjoy your stay. Thank you for your offer, but we have no time to relax. My name is Eslo. This child is Link. We need to break a curse that has been cast on the Princess of Hyrule. To do so, we'll need to reforge the broken Picori blade. Ah, yes. And you come here now hoping to have the blade reforged? Well, if that's what you're after, you'll need 4 mystic elements. These elements are the crystalline forms of the energies of this world. Only by infusing the blade with these energies can a new blade be forged. Here, give me your map. I can mark where these elements can be found. The earth element can be found in the shrine to the north of Vestari's Abbey. Speak with Vestari. He will show you the path to the shrine's entrance. Go with caution. Evil creatures have lately made their home in our shrine. Return to me at once after you have found the earth element. I think there's at least one house down here we didn't... Yeah, there's this pot. Also, I love the Minish houses. Like these buttons that are presumably plates. Little leaves they have as tablecloths. Bioluminescent mushrooms. This is like a china cabinet, but it has buttons in it. If you want to reforge that sword, you will need the help of an expert smith. Master Malari and his 7 apprentices can help you. They live in the mountains where they can find all the ore they need. I'm sure the Elder would tell you about him if you asked. One kind of fascinating question, if we're talking about getting a sword forged by Minish. You wish to go to the shrine? Very well, this way. Vile beasts have settled in recently. Be careful, it is quite dangerous. Anyway. If we're talking about a sword being forged while we're Minish-sized, presuming we can continue to use it at our normal size, there are some interesting implications about the sustainable use of materials in that. I mean, if you can get things created at a Minish scale and then just increase their size with magic, you don't have to use as many materials. So this would be the Deepwood Shrine the Minish Elder spoke of. He said something about there being monsters inside, didn't he? Hey now, no reason to be afraid or anything, I'll be waiting right here. No, wait, what am I saying? I'm not letting you leave me alone out here. Look at these slugs. They're kind of icky. They're not very fast, though. I mean, they are slugs. There's a locked door here. See if you can find a key to open it. Don't worry, Eslo, I already pressed all the buttons. One interesting thing about these slugs, that neither of those things demonstrated, is that they only take one hit if you can hit them before they flip back over. Do you see that lever? I think you should be able to pull it. Just stand in front of it and press R to grab it, then press the control pad to pull. There we go. You know, strike at its soft, sluggy underbelly. Also, we can get back that way, because we don't have access to that mushroom from this side. Can't do anything to those. Wow, look at the size of that barrel. Oh, right. How silly of me. It's not big, we're just small. Eslo is one of the chattier helper characters in the Zelda series. Excuse me. Getting a drink of water. These puff stools are annoying both because they spread that dust that slows you down and because they're completely invincible right now. I'm trying to think of other partners in the Zelda series. I think the only ones that might be about as chatty... I mean, Navi's fairly chatty, but she gets a bad rep. What? Hey, be careful, my lad. The barrel just moved. Right, we need a key. You can tell it's been a little bit since I've played this. I feel like Fi would give Eslo a run for his money. But even then, I'm not sure. I mean, probably. A dungeon map. We haven't actually looked at the pause screen yet. Nice quest status screen. Items. And here's the map. So we're about a quarter to a third of the way through the dungeon. Probably closer to a quarter. It's the first dungeon, it's not that big. Oops. Minish Cap is kind of in an interesting place where the Zelda series is concerned, because what we need now is something to hold down this switch. In a sense, it's... I guess not quite the last, because Link Between Worlds exists. But it's one of the last really conventional 2D Zelda games. Once you take hold of something with R, use the control pad to push or pull it. This is extremely important, so I hope you take pains to remember it. Interesting point to note. Circular buttons have to be held down to stay active. Square buttons do not. Which is why we needed to push that pot over there. But also, money. Anyway, I really like both Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks is probably my second favorite Zelda game. This is an unpopular opinion, and I recognize that. But honestly, it's a little concerning as a game designer how many of my favorite games are the ones that nobody else likes. I mean, Minish Cap doesn't fall into that territory. It's just the one nobody else played. Because Minish Cap came out in 04, in the US, I believe, which was right at the tail end of the GBA's lifespan. So I feel like a lot of people missed it. That, and for reasons that I don't really comprehend, there are a lot of people who just summarily dismiss any handheld games. I mean, the line is definitely blurred at this point, because there's not a major handheld system on the market anymore. The Vita has been dead for years, unless you're modding it. And the final nail in the 3DS's coffin was the eShop going down at the end of last month. But this is fine. Now there's a puzzler. I suspect there's not much more we can do here right now. Let's press on. Perhaps we can work this from another angle later on. But yeah, I feel like a lot of... with the sole exception of Pokemon fans, because they haven't had an option until, realistically, Sword and Shield. I'm not going to count Let's Go. Not that the Let's Go games are bad, just that they're at a weird place in the scope of the Pokemon series. But it's a Caterpillar. It's a Matterpillar. I'm backing off before that gets too close. Anyway. There are a lot of people who, other than the Pokemon games, pretty much just dismiss the Game Boy Advance, DS as just lesser. Where... I mean, that's a perspective I've never understood. And it's probably in part because I grew up with the GBA. I didn't have a console at home until the Wii. So by the time I was able to play games like Ocarina of Time, I had already been introduced to Minish Cap, Link to the Past, on the GBA. I'm actually very curious whether they'll put the GBA version of Link to the Past on Switch Online, because that would be extremely useful for Four Swords. Look at these shells. They're shells. Who knows what they can do? Anyway, we can finally just pull the color right out of those puff stools. And maybe the Game Boy kind of gets a pass. I don't know. I mean, I love the vast majority of the Zelda series. But I have always had a preference for the 2D games over the 3D games. And that kind of sucks right now, because... Oh yeah, this is kind of neat, by the way. Slugs don't care. Anyway, it kind of sucks to be partial to the 2D games at this point, because they're just... they're not happening at this point. I mean, the last completely original 2D Zelda game that we got was Triforce Heroes. I don't hate Triforce Heroes, but it's a whole different beast. And I would argue not a good game unless you're playing it multiplayer. Now what? Unless we find a way to travel by water, we won't be going much farther. My memory is that Eslo does become a little less hand-holdy once you get later into the game. I will just about always stand by the fact that Minish Cap is one of the best first Zelda games. The only thing that gives Minish Cap a run for its money in that regard is the Switch remake of Link's Awakening, which I have also streamed before, and I adore that remake. I've been hoping that they would remake Minish Cap or the Oracle games in that same style, so they'd be more accessible. Though I kind of worry that that's not gonna happen, given the Switch Online including them, or including them soon. Which is still good, don't get me wrong. I'm extremely glad that Switch Online is including these games, because they deserve better than being stuck on consoles that you can't get them on anymore. I mean, the Oracle games have only ever been re-released on the 3DS Virtual Console before. Let me stand back a little bit. And Minish Cap has only been re-released on Wii U Virtual Console. So, with both of those storefronts down, these wouldn't be accessible at all. without something like this. The preservationist in me and the budding librarian still takes some umbrage with Switch Online, because one day it's gonna go away. And then nobody will have access to these games anymore. It probably won't be until some new system has come out and they've released some other similar service. But it'll still substantially restrict access, where, because, for instance, I purchased Minish Cap on the Wii U eShop, or the Oracle games on the 3DS, I can play those whenever. I will always have access to those, as long as my consoles still function. That's not the case for these. And remakes would at least make physical copies available on newer hardware. We've got the Earth element. You must go tell the Elder at once. My point is, I'm absolutely glad that Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games are available on Switch now. That I can play Minish Cap on Switch. And I adamantly believe that if you have Switch Online with the expansion pack, you have no excuse. Play this game. It's so good. It is everything a top-down Zelda game should be. Now, again, it has its flaws, and we will get to that as I move towards the completion side of things. But it's a wonderful game. It's not long, unless you're completing it. It's definitely not difficult. It's just fun. So, you have found the Earth element. You are blessed with much courage and strength for one so young. If your conviction holds strong, head to Mount Krennel. There you will find a man named Malari. Among all Minish, there is no one more able to repair your sword. If you ask him, I am certain he will reforge your broken Vikori blade. I shall send word to him in advance. Travel safely. You are brave, but there are many evils now in the world. Leave through this door here. It will take you out of the forest quickly. Great Elder, we are in your debt. We shall head for Mount Krennel at once. My Elder and Eslo voices are not very different. Green clothes and a mystical hat. Sir, would you by chance be Link, the one who found the Earth element? Surely you are. I've heard so many tales about you. I'm Bellari, researcher of antiquities. I'm also, well, a bit of an inventor. You know, you won't be able to get back to town due to all the debris. Here, I have something that might come in handy. Explosives! Let me know if you find it useful. Holder of the sacred powers, we grant you the power of wind. Whoa, it blew up? Hey, kid, look where that stone marker used to be. There's some strange symbol on the ground. Yes, of course. Why, this must be... Well, I haven't the foggiest, to be honest. Surely this won't be important later. Right, can't do that yet. Bombs. Oh, that actually did get all 3 of them. Normally I expect they're only going to be able to hit 2 at a time. Anyway, not to be controversial, but games should be played. And they should be available to be played. Also, you can skip that cutscene after you've seen it once. Hey, look at this kinstone piece. Have you ever seen one like this? What? You don't know what a kinstone piece is? Well, tell you what. Why don't you come back and see me when you get one, okay? Kinstones are important. We will get to them later. And by later, I mean very soon. That's about right. Sorry about that, checking out some stuff. And yeah, it's always been kind of frustrating to be a fan of the top-down Zelda games in particular. Again, not that I don't enjoy the 3D games. Just that I like the 2D games more. And that's not a widely held position. I recognize that. I mean, all you have to do is look at the sales numbers. I don't think that a single... Okay, shield doesn't work on those. I don't think that a single 2D Zelda game has ever outsold a 3D Zelda game. I mean, the closest you'd get might be Link to the Past. Maybe the Link's Awakening remake, but I doubt it. Eh. But Also, this is a thing you can do. It's kind of mean, but it's also kind of funny. Hey, that stone marker crumbled, and there's another one of those symbols. You know, no matter how many times I see that happen, it still rattles me. I think it's sort of the same perspective, or the same issue as being a Fire Emblem fan who is partial to games before Awakening, where... But kind of even further exaggerated, because at least Smash Bros. Has Marth, Ike, and Roy. It took until Ultimate for any character to represent a top-down Zelda game. And only kind of. The 2D games are always given substantially less focus in any kind of series-wide thing. This is a fairy fountain. Fairies can heal you. If we had a bottle, we could put a fairy in a bottle, and the fairy could heal us even if we got to no health. We don't have a bottle, so that can't happen. I'm gonna finish my little tangent/rant here real quick. '2D Zelda games have always gotten the shorter end of the stick when it comes to representation in series-wide things. I mean, with the vague exception of the first 3 games, particularly Link to the Past. Because a lot of the broader story elements in the Zelda series stem from Link to the Past. Fleshed out in Ocarina of Time, sure, but they started in Link to the Past. In Smash Bros., there are 2 stages in the entire series that are specifically representing top-down Zelda games. And there have always been fewer music tracks from the 2D Zelda games. In Hyrule Warriors, it took until the second round of DLC for any top-down game to have any presence outside of the 8-bit joke weapons and the style of the adventure maps. And even then, Minish Cap was one of 3 games that got no recognition at all. It's just frustrating when a series that you love seems to have mostly moved away from the stuff that you loved about it. I mean, I'm still excited for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna get Tears of the Kingdom day 1. And I'm going to enjoy it. I just wish they'd also make top-down games again. I think that's been a point of some suffering in the Switch to the Switch. There's not a separate console to put them on anymore. Here's hoping we get something in this realm again as something. Because, I mean, a lot of indie games have taken significant inspiration from the top-down games. But, I don't know, we got a 2D Metroid game for the first time in like 15 years. Can we get a top-down Zelda game that's not a remake? Please? Anyway. Sorry, hold on just a second. Sorry about the interruption. There are very few people that I will pick up a phone call from pretty much no matter what I'm doing, no questions asked. That was one of them. Things are okay, there's not like an emergency, but, you know. Anyway, let's have a cutscene. Come one, come all. See how many kinstone pieces you can collect. You never know what fusing kinstones will do, but it's sure to be good. Come on up and get your free kinstone bag for holding your kinstone pieces. Don't miss out on this incredible, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yes, you're here for your free kinstone bag, aren't you? That's right, maybe you didn't hear me, but they're free for all kids right now. Nice. Fitting two kinstone pieces together is called kinstone fusion. If you get two pieces to fit perfectly, great happiness will come your way. Put a kinstone piece in your kinstone bag so you can give it a try. Anyone who's ready and willing to fuse kinstones will look like I do right now. When you see that look in their eyes, that's when you press L. Use the control pad to choose a kinstone piece and press A to try fusing it. Did you catch all of that? Yeah, I'm good. Then stand in front of me and press L so we can fuse kinstones. Yes, that's it. Press L, then you can see the kinstone screen. We only have one. Hooray! So, kinstones are what I would call the primary side quest in Minish Cap. Perfect fit. That means we're both due for a little happiness. See ya! There are 100 kinstone fusions in the game. You can see we don't have any kinstones right now. There are 100 in the game. Some of them are missable. That is an important fact. There are broadly 4 categories of kinstones. The one that we just fused was blue. Blue kinstones generally have they generally involve either opening someplace or you can see this kid wants to fuse kinstones. Just by the way. Blue kinstones generally involve opening access to some place or making a conversation with someone available. We're working here. Sorry, but we can't let you pass. Sorry. Understand. Would you like a sign? Sorry, that was rude. I'll leave. Please don't arrest me. Green kinstones are the most common, and Swiftblade School in the south end of town is really awesome. The teacher Swiftblade has an amazingly direct teaching style. Wish I could train there. Anyway, green kinstones are the most common. Generally, they have pretty simple effect. Those are your make a treasure chest appear. Just stuff like that. Make a strong enemy appear that drops a lot of money when you beat it. Red kinstones are the rarest of the ordinary kinstones. And they tend to have more involved effects. I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head. There's one that is particularly important for a late game item, and that one is missable. There are also some Goldkin stones that are specifically for story events. Those, you can't miss those, they're required. And again, they are a completely separate category because they are just... You find them, you use them for the story, you move on. I am Swiftblade, finest swordsman in all of Hyrule. If you train with me, I guarantee that you will increase your skill dramatically. So, would you like to train here? Yeah. We shall start with the most basic of all techniques. I shall teach you the spin attack. First, press and hold your sword button. Second, build up enough power. Third, release your destructive might. That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Haha, very good. You're a very quick student. One must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body so as to demonstrate the technique. I call this the Swiftblade Possession Technique of Training. Watch this. Possession! No. Now, you must try it yourself. Press and hold your sword button, build up enough power, then release your destructive might. That's all there is to it. Yes, fine work. You're a quick study. I will now give you this Tiger Scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with this scroll. You may view it any time from the quest status screen. Neat. So the spin attack deals double damage compared to a regular sword swing, and you can also use it to just kind of hold out your sword and poke things, which isn't generally very useful, but it does have its place. No, this is horrible. My Kukos have gotten out. Can you catch them for me? Gotta get 2 of them within 25 seconds, please. And you can't go into buildings or leave town. I don't believe there's any benefit to catching more than you're required to. But well, we probably shouldn't. I mean, I feel bad being like, yeah, we shouldn't give you any more help until we have room in our wallet. Only 80 rupees for a wallet. It can hold a king's ransom in rupees. Will you buy it? Yeah. Much obliged, my good lad. Do not hesitate to stop by again. Anju is, as is tradition, really bad with Kukos. In Ocarina of Time, we also had a quest where you had to track down Kukos, though you didn't have a time limit. And there also weren't those annoying gold Kukos that slip out of your grasp. There is a limit to the number of these that we can do right now. You can hold on to the gold Kukos for about a second. But after that, they will slip out and they will speed up for a moment. So, they're a huge pain. Now that we've helped her a few times, she actually has a Kinstone fusion. I feel like you spawned in a little late there, buddy. You. After you throw them, they will run directly away from you for a moment. So that can be useful for kind of getting them back into position. That was a lot of rupees. I think that... Oh, nice. Green Kinstone, again, those are the most common. I think Anju has a blue Kinstone? Let's see. Nope, she's got a green. Hyrule Castle Town has a number of Kinstone fusions that are random. The inn isn't open yet. I forgot that was a thing. This place also isn't open yet. Really want to play a game, but they aren't open yet. I guess I got here too early. Nothing with fruits and veggies. What should I cook tonight? This door is shut. This place isn't open yet. Hey, fresh fruit. Get your fresh fruit here. This place is open. Was it? Oh. Welcome. Welcome to Rem's shoe shop. Lately, whenever I take a nap, all my shoes are done when I wake up. Now, if I can make shoes in my sleep, I must be on the right job. This, similar to that stump we saw in Minish Woods, or those couple of stumps, is a Minish portal. They come in a few different shapes. That's right, even some human objects are portals to the Minish world. Those Minish may not look like much, but they are quite crafty. There's clearly stuff going on this desk, but we sure can't get there right now. If you're familiar with the fable of the shoemaker, though, you've seen it before. Hey, I want to see the Picori too. Can I? Huh? Can I? I'm the postman, crossing town at incredible speed to bring you your mail. Hey, you want to know what I heard? I heard that only kids can see the Picori. I just love shopping. Oh, and I mustn't forget to buy some of that surprise-filled bread from PETA. On that note, must make deliciousness. Doesn't that smell spectacular? Perhaps they give out free samples. I say, would you ask for me? Welcome! Please bring whatever you'd like to buy up to the register. So they have 4 pastries here. Welcome! You've come to the one and only bakery of Wheaton and PETA. This tasty slice of cake, which may or may not have something special inside, is a moist and cream-filled bargain at only 60 rupees. So these pastries have a chance to have kinstones in them. A slice of our fantastic fruit pie, which may or may not have something inside, is a snacktacular bargain at only 40 rupees. Our special croissant, which may or may not have something inside it, is a flaky, buttery bargain at only 30 rupees. Nothing in that one. Our delicious brioche, which may or may not have something special inside, is a filling and fulfilling bargain at only 20 rupees. I think that the higher end items are more likely to have something, but I don't have the resources to thoroughly test that. But that does help fill out our Kinstone bag a little bit. We've got some options. So first of all, let's go... Yeah, you'll notice I stopped by these two earlier, and neither of them wanted to fuse Kinstones. But now this one does. So, for the general townspeople, there's an element of randomness. Any significant characters, particularly characters who have a blue or red Kinstone fusion, will almost always be set. The random fusions pretty much always come from green Kinstones. Oh dear, we're dropping frames again. Did it get past it? Good. We might be good. So you still want to fuse Kinstones? You do, and you even have one that I have. Let me actually see. I own the guide for Minish. Darn it. I hate when I have to kick my water bottle over. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the Golden Monster Kinstones. Looks like I don't have it out. I'll have to go retrieve it before next stream. Because that guide has a Kinstone checklist, which will be extremely useful for keeping track, so I'll probably go back through today's footage and pick out the fusions I've done. Okay, 5 and 50 seconds. This one is trickier. But throwing some of them across the bridge can help funnel them back towards Anju. You cannot throw them down the stairs, though. Unfortunate. I think that only counted for 3. There's no penalty for not getting them, which is nice. Okay. Darn it. I need to throw it once before I get over there. Yeah, there's no way I'm making it this time after how much I struggled with this guy. However, assuming I can get that one to cooperate, I can definitely do this one. Yeah, the thing about these little guys is that they tend to just kind of meander if you leave them alone. I mean, they don't generally wander too far. Am I flying too close to the sun here? Maybe. Nope. I got 6. 30 shells, 100 rupees. 5 and 45 seconds. Now, Goldie here's a little close. Toss you down there. Not quite as many over here, but there's another gold. Please calm down. I wonder if they increased the amount of time that they freak out on later requests. I think that's all we need. I pretty much never go into the town square area. I always just go across and then up if I need more. 6 in 50 seconds. Oh, nice. That actually got it in. So not another one over here. That's 3 and 4 and 5. Hopefully there's one up here. Yes! Out of my way, postman. I've got a delivery to make myself. This is probably going to fill up my wallet beyond its capacity. Oh, nice. Yep, we can only hold 100 rupees. 7 in 60 seconds. Holy cow. Okay, let's do some recon from this one. There's only one up here. Ooh, running over the top of the bridge is not a good idea that soon after throwing one. They definitely freak out for longer. Yeah, the goal is to kind of herd them into this lower right corner of town. Where the heck did that one go? Where? Okay, well, we don't need more money right now. Is that actually going to be enough to do this one? Or is that going to be the right pinstone for this? I come from a faraway land. You can tell by my clothing, can't you? It is nice. This is that important one that will be significant to a late-game item. And I think it's a really good example of the red kinstones being more involved. Though this is more involved than most of those even are. And note, if we look at the map, if we zoom in, we don't have anything here. But here, we've got those two icons that show kinstone fusions. We've got one in the Eastern Hills, don't have any in Lon Lon Ranch, or North Hyrule Field. But we've also got two in Minish Woods. So they give us a little bit of an indication where we need to look, which is greatly appreciated. Oh, so you've learned the spin attack. Still dangerous, but maybe you can handle it. Well, let's see how you do. Show me that spin attack. If we come to talk to this guy before this... Yeah, that's the one. There are monsters out there, kid. You just make sure you're careful. If we talked to that soldier beforehand, he would have been like, it's dangerous, can't let you through. Maybe if you knew the spin attack. So the spin attack, I believe, is the only required sword skill. Here we've got a Deku Scrub. Okay, you got me. Let me make it up to you. You can have this most deluxe of all bottles for only 20 rupees. So what do you say, huh? Thanks a lot. We actually are gonna need that here in a minute. There's not too much we can do here in this area of Hyrule. That connects to North Hyrule Field. This connects to Mount Krenel, or at least the base. This is rocks. We can't get down there to the Blue Octorok yet, because there's that boulder in the way. They always kind of look like tortoise shells to me. And there's these funky disco tiles, and this block we can't push, that are probably not going to be important later. So, yeah, not too much going on here. There's a post office in here. Stamp, stamp, right to left. Stamp, stamp, never ends. He's fine. Let's see, where haven't we been? I came to check out a book, but they're not open yet. Well, age brings patience, Sonny. I can wait. Well, if it isn't Link, it is good to see you again. School is in session right now, so I'm afraid I can't let you in. Aw, it looks like they're having fun in there. Wish I could play with them. Why aren't you in school? I think the mayor is doing a fine job, no matter what people say. That mustachioed guy strikes me as somewhat unreliable. There's something fishy about this room, too. I am Hagen, mayor of this fair town. Mayors are usually very important and busy folk, I'll have you know. But I still have a hobby, of course. I collect unusual masks. I just love them. They're beautiful. Simply magnificent, I tell you. Okay, you've got a red fusion. We don't have any more red kinstones. You also have a ladder in your backyard. Hey, red kinstone. Is that the right kind of red kinstone? It sure is. Also, some more disco tiles we can't do anything with. Neat. Oh, that's so pretty. Perfect fit. Now I know we'll get lucky. Sure would be a shame if we weren't able to access that for at least several more dungeons. Hey, this well is nice. Oops. Okay, well that was somewhat predictable. At least there's a ladder here. There's definitely this whole underground network of caves beneath the town square, though, and we'll be able to access more of it later on. Let me tell you something that might come in handy someday. You can move bookcases and stuff. Try to push and pull different things. After all, you're young. You should be trying all kinds of new things. Notably, we can no longer move this shelf. Here you go, breathe. Treasure chest in South Hyrule Field. Cheers! Yay, cheers! Raise your milk for a toast. I wonder what I should have for dinner. We hear all sorts of interesting gossip in here. Stop by from time to time. Make yourself at home. We do our best to make this a nice, cozy place where people can relax. My ideal cafe is a place where everyone can just let it all hang out. Ah, yeah. I'm a laid-back, easygoing kind of guy. Not a care in the world. And that's just the way I like it. You've got another green one. Just try fusing kinstone pieces with lots of people. There are a lot of people out there looking for someone to fuse with. Once again, we do not have the requisite kinstones. The town's quiet enough, but past the gates there are monsters everywhere. You should visit Stockwell's shop and get outfitted before you go out there. Actually, that's a good point. Now that we bought the wallet, there's a boomerang here. That boomerang is a real bargain at 300 rupees. Will you buy it? Oh, my friend, you're far too clever by half, but you won't be haggling with me. Before we take care of that, because the boomerang does have some use. Though it is interesting that... You know, I guess this isn't even the first time that the boomerang is an optional item. I'm fairly certain it's required in Zelda 1. But Minish Cap and Link's Awakening, at least, both make it optional. So this is your house. Well, it seems like a nice place. So, where's my room? There's been at least one time where I've played through this game and didn't get that dialogue until, like, the end of the game. Oh, welcome back, Link. My, but you're looking so much stronger. If you get tired, just go ahead and take a nap upstairs in your room. I'm busy making swords for the guards to keep monsters at bay. I wish I could do more, but for now, we need you to save Princess Zelda. He does not have a Kinstone fusion for us. I think he has two later on. My hope is that I can get the 15 more rupees I need to buy the boomerang without having to open any treasure chests. Because I know that there's the one over on the right side. Can't do anything here yet, though that tree is strangely sparkly. But, you know, most treasure chests have more than 15 rupees in them. And as we saw with Anju, we don't get to just hold on to it. So, you know, I'd rather not let something like that go to waste. I mean, I could always buy more cake, then get a treasure chest, but... Actually, I feel like that one might be mysterious shells, not rupees. But again, because I don't remember... that's a funky stump. Because I don't remember, I don't want to waste it. I guess I have shenanigans available. Okay, it is shells. Got a respectable number of shells now. And that's a piece of heart. Always good to find, and that refreshed all the grass. Trust me, if we're going for 100%, we're going to be cutting this grass a lot. Though, if we're going to be going for 100%, I will probably research some strategies for farming rupees and shells, because who and furthermore boy. Also, a kind of funny thing. These voice clips for Link are largely reused from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Or, at the very least, they are also used for young Link in Melee. But for me, that meant that the voice clips used for young Link in Ultimate just make me think of this Link, which is kind of funny. Video games. Am I right? Also a funny note, you probably saw the spindly little trees that we had to cut through to get to the Lon Lon Ranch area and a couple of other places in Oh, nice, bombs. A couple of other places in and around Hyrule Castle Town. Have I really cut all of the grass in this area and gotten 1 rupee? Good grief. I just need, like, 6. A single blue rupee would almost do it. Anyway, they definitely used those stumps as gating points. You can see that these do not respawn. They used these stumps to gate areas that they didn't want you to be able to access without a sword. It's a mostly organic way to kind of keep the player where they're supposed to be during the prologue. You can't wander off to these side areas of South Hyrule Field. You can't wander off to Lon Lon Ranch. 1 more. We just need 1 more. Hooray! Also, there's a beetle grabbing you, in case you were curious. We also got quite a few more kinstones. So we'll stop by the cafe again, because there are a lot of people in there that we can fuse kinstones with. But now we have Boomerang. Now, what replaces that? Bigger bomb bag. We cannot possibly afford that yet. You want to fuse kinstones now, and I happen to have one that will fit. There is an in-game tracker for how many kinstone fusions are left, but we just haven't gotten to it yet. And, naturally, that tracker does not show which fusions are left, only that there are so many fusions left. It also does nothing to indicate any missed fusions. So, again, I'm gonna have to pull up the checklist from the strategy guide so I can make sure that the ones that we get are... or that we get all of the ones that are missable. I don't think that the random townsfolk will have more than 1 fusion. Meaning, since we've now fused kinstones with Brocco, I don't think that he'll ever have another kinstone fusion for us. I could be mistaken on that, but I believe that's the case. Also, I'm fairly certain we can fuse kinstones with that chicken, but we definitely haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, what I don't want is for those chickens to curve off to the left too quickly. There's that one. I was worried that it got lost to the ether again. Oh, hey, there's one up here. That might have been 7. It was. Nice. The red kinstone piece and nearly 200 rupees. Okay. This is the one. We cannot do this one yet. Unfortunately, we're just not built as different as the postman. One of the chickens is over there. I think. I'm like 95% certain that one of the chickens is across the water. Okay, so it is theoretically possible to do this one. In that case... it is also very possible to throw the chickens in the river. If that happens, you're not completing the minigame this go-around. Nice. We're probably wasting rupees here. Oh, you can't talk to people during this. Or at least you can't talk to the postman. The kinstone, only 20 rupees this time. Is it the 3 in 55 seconds that we can't do? Yeah, one of them's over there. And... I'm fairly certain that part of the challenge of these later ones is that there just aren't a lot of chickens. I want to at least find the third one. Okay. So we've reached the point where we just cannot get more of those right now. Which is fine. Let's see. Got a couple of red kinstones from that, though. Which is always good. Now, let's see what this does. We are in a house. This house has kinstones. Goodness, we rarely get visitors here. Tell me, how did you get here? That's an excellent question for someone who showed up in your house without going through the door. Nobody believes me, but I saw a ghost that's taken hold of Granddad. Can't believe old Greggle is sick. He was looking so healthy. I guess something just took hold of him. Well, yeah, that seems fairly correct. In my youth, I was called Greggle the Great. I was even a little famous. Lately, my limbs have grown heavy, and I can't even stand up. Well... by the power of vacuum. Well, well, well. Look at how the colors come back to his face. Can I ever thank you? Still a hard time believing he'd been possessed by a monster, though. What? An evil spirit had taken hold of me. You drove it away. You might be right. I can already feel my energy returning. I'll be able to get out of bed soon. What's your name? Link? Thank you, my boy. You saved me. Oh, I forgot that we got it. If you're in the area, come by for a quick visit. Forgot that we got mysterious shells from it. This may be important later. We shall see. Let's see, what other Kimstones do we have active right now? Nothing here. We've got that shiny thing in the Lon Lon Ranch, or in the Eastern Hills. We can't get to that entrance in the Lon Lon Ranch. Nothing in Trilby Highland, because Trilby Highlands is not interesting. I don't believe we can get to that yet, though we could check. Okay. Let's go see what that gold monster is up to. So, golden monsters are extremely fast, and they have a ridiculous amount of health. Because of that, though, they drop 100 rupees. Which does mean that we just wasted some of those, but it's fine. We can go buy more pastries. Nothing from that, but it did heal us. I actually didn't know they did that. Wow. Tough crowd. In case it's not obvious, there's not a lot to spend our money on right now. Good grief. No special surprises for me. Well, let's go see if we can get to the guard... Right. What? Those Keatons will steal rupees from you if they hit you with their knife. Can't get across that way yet. Bridge is out. In case it's not clear, I'm, at this point, just kind of planning on doing what I can before going to Mount Krennel, and I'm just gonna end it when I run out of stuff to do. But yeah, I guess we can go in these houses. Hello. Hey, what do you want? Sister's not here, she's at school. Don't mind me. Thanks for the rupees, nerd. Also, may as well put that bottle to some use. That didn't qualify as water, which is fair. I wouldn't want to try to scoop water out of a puddle. Anyway. You have a weird hat. Where can I get one of those? No comment on me just dumping a bottle of water on his fireplace. Like a lunatic. This house appears to be empty. Maybe we shouldn't go in here. Cat. Oh, hello. My brother's at school. Hooray! Also, her name is Julietta. Surely this is an insignificant detail. I actually do really like the fact that, as you can see from fusing kinstones, just about every character has a name. Buggy Buggy Boo! Did I scare ya? And I'm good. Arf, arf, arf. Oh, cool, I do have the right one. And I think I had the right one for that guy in the cafe as well. Well, we can't get to that yet. No, he doesn't want to fuse kinstones anymore. Anybody? There we go. Thanks, Chai. Also, to some respect or another, most character names in this game are puns. Sure would be a shame if we couldn't get to that one either. What am I doing? Right. Oh, hey. Oh. Sorry, Marshall. Okay, that can break those bushes. Okay, let's see if we can get to the northern part of Hyrule this way. Ah! Well, for one thing, we can see that the boomerang works on those P-hats. Another thing, we can come back down to this Minish. That was a weird state that I just found myself in. I just planted a big old bean. It hasn't sprouted yet, but when it does, it's gonna be a big sucker. Okay, so you don't actually have a Kinstone fusion if we come back as soon as we get Kinstones. That's a little weird. Anyway, let's run through Minish Woods again. Rip. There are a couple of places in the game where I think dialogue that is clearly hinting at game mechanics is strangely placed. Also, it's a little funny that we got a Kinstone for using Kinstones. Okay, was there anything up here? No. Let's go to the Minish realm. Nice. Another Kinstone as a reward for fusing Kinstones. It's always struck me as kind of odd that the little clover platform things specifically have this white outline. I would guess that it has to have been a usability issue. Hooray! That wasted so much money. Time to break into everybody's houses and throw rocks at them. I mean, honestly, I'm just having a good time. I haven't really casually played Minish Cap in years. You've heard of travelers who find a Kinstone and get really lucky? Well, that's all thanks to items made by us Minish. You see, we thrive on making humans happy. It gives us energy. But we only do it in secret. This is where we cultivate Pico Blooms. The Picolite sold in the human town is made from the nectar of our plants. We sneak into town at night and leave it there for the humans to find. So we haven't actually gotten to Picolite yet. We're doing cutting-edge research on Pico Blooms here. You see that plant with the little bud? We're working on ways to improve it. I need milk to continue my improvements on this Pico Bloom. I wish someone would bring me some. So that's a little side quest that's kind of interesting. We haven't gotten to Picolite yet. I don't think we can until after the second dungeon. Had you never seen any Minish before you came here? Really? That's so strange. We Minish live all over the place. Maybe I should just get out of this sleepy little town and move to the city. Or maybe I should go to the mountains. The folks out there seem to have fun. There are several references to fairy tales and the like. Sorry, don't have the right Kinstone for that. There are several fairy tale references in the various side stories of the Minish. Sorry. something else going on in the woods? There's a chest up there, but we can't get to it yet. I'm sorry, but I already gave you all the bombs I have. I've never actually seen that dialogue. I don't think that I've ever come back and talked to him at this point in the game. Are there any other... We can't get to either of those yet. Nothing there. Can't get to that yet. We need to see if we can get to there, though it doesn't make sense to do that right now. And there are 2 Kinstone fusions that we've seen but haven't been able to fulfill yet. We can buy some more pastries with our maxed out wallet. While we're over here, though... Okay, so they are blocking the way. We're busy, kid. The boss always makes sure we've got our noses to the old grindstone. The name's Muta. I'm head carpenter around these parts. King of Hyrule's entrusted me with the town's reconstruction. The area you're standing in right now, it's a work zone. Way too dangerous for a little kid like you. Ah, but what if I have a shiny rock? I think that's North Hyrule Field. That pathway looks like that. Yeah. It fit perfectly. Time to celebrate. There've been a lot of creatures on the rampage lately. As a result, we're in a bit of a rush to get things repaired around here. I find it kind of funny that their other excuse for blockading the player early on is just, we gotta fix stuff. Perfect fit. I can't wait to see what happens now. Okay, so we were able to do both of those. So we've still got 2 fusions that we've seen and not been able to fulfill. Also, if even one of those Acro Bandits gets away, then after a little bit, they'll pop up with more of them again. I don't know what kind of creature they're supposed to be. I think Acro Bandits are one of a number of enemies that have only shown up in Minish Cap. So we know we can't go north yet. Let's buy some more pastries, cause I don't have impulse control. That's basically what I do in real life anyway. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, the Game Boy Advance didn't have any kind of real-time clock functionality. And that's why you have to set the time when you start a Gen 3 game. I'm gonna have to research how exactly these pastries work. Because I have to imagine the more expensive one will either have a better chance of having something, or... All we got was a blue one, right? Yeah, we didn't get another green one, and we need different green ones for both. Like, I don't even remember what the second one that we couldn't do was. I think we took care of everything in here. I know there was Fastari. But yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the last Kinstone fusion I was thinking of. I mean, surely it was a townsperson. Right, Marshall. I mean, that's a green Kinstone, so it's probably random. You'll notice, though, that it's not terribly uncommon to get green Kinstones from cutting grass. Case in point. Is that a type we didn't have? It is. Is that the type that Vistari was looking for? Right, I have to become small first. I really like the shrinking animation. I'm also really glad that you only have to watch it once for each type of portal. And there's one type of portal that doesn't have an animation for it at all. It just automatically skips. I probably won't do quite so much wandering around later. But again, I'm enjoying... I mean, yeah, I have a goal of completing the game. Nice. But I'm enjoying doing that at my own pace. Okay, we can't get up there. That's another thing in the northern Minish woods. A golden Octorok. Still nothing? Cool. Good to know. There are so many reasons to cut grass in this game. I'm definitely going to be ending the stream soon, but given that we've only missed a single Kinstone fusion that's available up to this point, don't want to do that beforehand, so I'm going to step away for a few minutes and use the restroom. I'll be right back. And we are back once again. I have what I would describe as a strange amount of energy for this time of night, but I think that's a consequence of the current tragedy that is my sleep schedule. Oops. Oops. This actually might be a half-decent place to try to farm kinstones and such. Yeah, that's definitely not fast enough to be worthwhile. I do appreciate that you can't immediately grow again. You have to step away from the portal. Anyway, I keep staying up until 1 or 2 and then not getting out of bed and downstairs and all that until 10 or 11. Which is not only just killer for my work schedule. Thankfully, my work schedule is extremely flexible. But when I wake up that late, it messes with my eating schedule as well. I'm not at as unhealthy of a weight as I used to be. I mean, all throughout undergrad, I struggled to stay above 120 to 130 pounds. And I'm like 5'8". So that's not a good weight. Wii Fit was perpetually angry with me. I'm in a much healthier weight range now. But I'm still at a point where hungry means I should eat, and that takes precedence over whatever time it is. So I'll frequently have my third meal of the day at 12:30 a.m. Okay, this isn't doing what I want it to. But there we go. I'll eat a third meal at 12:30, and then it takes me another little bit to actually get ready and settle in to go to bed. I kind of have a feeling that the last kinstone we need is the pointy one. I completely forgot where we were. Which is particularly confusing, because my brain expected that we were going to come up. Also, I like how the sprite for the Kinstone bag changes depending on how many Kinstones you have. Just a nice little touch. But what the heck was I saying? Sorry, whatever I was in the middle of saying, I have completely lost it. Right. My brain was expecting that I was gonna come up, like, around here. This is the south end of the map. There's no around there. Also, it's kind of funny to me how simultaneously big and small this world feels. It doesn't take long at all to just cut through all the grass and bushes and stumps in an area. And it certainly doesn't take long to move through an area. Okay, Marshall, do you still have this? You sure don't. Okay. Which one of you clowns has the last Kinstone fusion I need? As I said before, I'm fairly certain that... Convenient. Okay, and that does something in the castle garden. Again, we cannot get up there right now. Yeah, I think that actually is every Kinstone fusion that we can take care of up to this point. So... yeah, I think that's also where we're gonna call it for this evening. Or, you know, this morning. I'll be re-uploading this, the recording of this, to YouTube here in a little bit to deal with the interruptions that we had. And I'm coming out of the other end of this semester, so streams should get a little bit more regular going forward. Next Tuesday, more Minish Cap, possibly sooner depending on how I'm feeling, what else I have to take care of. And Saturday, I should be getting back to the Pokemon Violet Fire Monotype. So look forward to both of those. Thank you for watching this evening. I know it's been a little all over the place, but I'm happy that you've joined me to play one of my favorite games. And I'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.